everyone, and welcome to another episode of Peak TV. I'm Lewis Varrasso, Portfolio Manager here at Peak Asset Management. And with me today, I have the privilege of introducing Melanie Leighton from Titan Minerals Limited. Mel, thanks for joining us.
Hi, Lewis. Thanks very much for having me.
Mel, for those who aren't familiar with the Titan Minerals Limited story, could you please provide us with a quick overview?
Titan Minerals, we're exploring Tier 1 large-scale projects with exposure to copper and gold in southern Ecuador. So 100% held projects, Dynasty being our most advanced, with a recently published JORC-compliant resource of a little over 3.1 million ounces of gold, 22 million ounces of silver. So a very substantial resource base for us to build upon there.
According to your interpretation and modelling, Mel, how much of this resource is potentially yet to be explored?
Yeah, I think it's difficult to put a number on what the final resource at Dynasty might be. But, we've got a view that it could potentially be double the size, so double the 3 million ounces that we've published in terms of resource. There's a lot of opportunity there. Drilling to date has only tested, half of the 9-kilometer vein system. So almost half of the system remains open and to be tested laterally. And there's also depth extensions across the entire 9-kilometer system, that remain open. And our recent drilling at Brecha Comanche, which is in the southwest of the project, has demonstrated, good wide gold mineralisation down to a depth of 350 metres vertical. And we've only drilled to sort of 100, 150 metres vertical across most of the project, and all of that remains open at depth. So it represents a significant opportunity to, add to the resources at depth below what we know already. So, yeah, substantial potential to upgrade the resource.
And macro speculation and forecasts that gold's poised for a rather strong end to the year. How's Titan Minerals positioned to take advantage of this?
Yeah, look, I think it's really pleasing for us, the timing and, the bank's consensus and forecasting sort of plus $2,000 an ounce of, for gold going into the back half of this year. So it puts us in a really strong position. We've got that 3 million ounce of gold resource at Dynasty, and our intention there is to continue growing that resource. So most of our work programs towards the end of this year and early into next year will be about resource growth. So both drilling and then also looking to do a resource upgrade early in the new year.
Now, the company is extremely well funded after recently completing a $5.5 million placement. Outside of expanding that resource, how else will these funds be used?
Yeah, the recent cap raise is really pleasing for us, a great outcome, really good support from our existing shareholders and also some new guys in there as well. And I think considering the current environment with, junior explorers, if you're not in the lithium or the rare earth space, it can be a little bit difficult. So I think it's a real endorsement for us and our projects and what we're aiming to achieve there in Ecuador. So it's a testament to the quality of the projects and the management team there. So, yeah, look, like I said, what we're aiming to do is really to grow Dynasty. It's about, growing the resources, understanding what the scale of the system might be there, and also kicking off some of those feasibility study or scoping study work streams to, de-risk the project and understand the metrics around, scale and, potential infrastructure layouts and, understanding what the footprint might be at the project there. And I think,
Right.
Just to elaborate a little bit, as part of the resource growth exercise, really we are targeting the higher grade parts of the project. So in the northeast, we have the Trapachillo and the Papayal prospects, and Trapachillo's grade in the resource was 3.8 grams per tonne, Papayal 4.54 grams per tonne gold. So as you can imagine, really high grades from surface. So they're a real, sweetener for any potential, development prospect at Dynasty. So our focus will be largely around expanding the resources in those areas, which are, high grade from surface.
And since assuming the role as CEO, Mel, you certainly didn't waste any time in getting boots on the ground over in Ecuador, namely progressing stakeholder engagement in regards to the Northern Dynasty area. Is there a resolution to be expected there soon? How are things progressing on the ground?
Yeah, look, I can't personally take credit for the great success that we're having there in terms of, that social license to operate. We've got a dedicated CSR team, and they have very much been, driving that strategy in terms of, integrating with the community. They're doing a fantastic job at, we do investment in, social initiatives. We employ locally. And we're largely seeing the fruits of that, that work and that investment in now. I guess we've unlocked parts of the project, particularly at Dynasty, which have never been unlocked before. They've never been explored before. So it represents a really exciting, opportunity for us to, I guess, unveil what the true potential of the project might be in areas that haven't yet been explored. But, geophysics, and, the interpreted geology tells us that geological vein system continues. So we've got boots on the ground geologists there mapping and trenching now to understand what that continuity is, and that will certainly feature also as part of our drilling program to understand what lies outside the resources in areas we haven't tested previously.
Some exciting initiatives on the horizon. What else can shareholders and potential new investors look forward to over the near term?
Yeah, I think outside of Dynasty, we do continue to progress our low cost but high value add exploration activities at our Copper Duke and Linderos projects. They've got significant exposure to potential tier one porphyry copper systems there. So over the past 18 months, we've been systematically assembling surface geochemistry, geophysics, and really now it's about refining the broader, plus 7 kilometer porphyry anomaly that we see at Copper Duke with detailed mapping and trenching. And really we're about getting into the best parts of the project with an aim to be drill ready to drill test our highest priority targets of the project. And, I guess alongside that, we continue to advance discussions with potential strategic partners. We just hosted another site trip earlier this month with a very suitable partner potentially. So, we're very much advancing those discussions and trying to secure the right partner, which would help us with both the funding and the endorsement of these projects and what we're doing. And, we feel that it's only a matter of time until we secure that right partner. And then it's all systems go with, unlocking, drilling and continuing to develop and explore our other projects also. So, the blue sky opportunity is a big potential at our other projects outside of the value add at Dynasty in terms of growing the resource base there. So a lot of exciting news to come for Titan shareholders in terms of drill results at Dynasty, and potential sort of what might unveil at our other projects as well in terms of the regional generative exploration and potentially securing a partner there also.
Excellent. Titan Minerals, ASX ticker TTM, certainly one to keep an eye on. Mel, thanks very much for joining me here today, and everybody who tuned in, thank you.